Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is Search Buzz Video Recap. Today is March 22nd, my birthday, and I have a lot of news to cover. I have to go really fast. I apologize, things started off late, server issues, but I'm going to go fast. First, Google Panda is now in hiding. Basically, MacCut's announced at XMX West that Panda, those updates are now being rolled into the index on a gradual basis. So basically, this is going to be more of a rolling update, and thus Google's not going to go ahead and announce or confirm any more Panda updates in the future. Two, Google has admitted that they penalized the BBC. Remember, earlier this week I basically reported that the BBC receives a penalty, a national link penalty. Google had actually admitted it, even though they didn't do that officially with the press. John Mueller at Google A Webmaster Trends analyst basically said it's only a granular penalty to a specific article. Three, so Google has also accidentally penalized Digg. Digg.com, one of the major social networking sites that started early on. They accidentally penalized the whole entire site. They fixed it within 15-20 minutes or so, but Google actually, by accident, delisted the whole entire website. Four, again, Craigslist. Google's accidentally stopped indexing Craigslist. It had to do some type of header tag they were using and then stopped using. Again, MacCut's went ahead and fixed it. It's a pretty interesting week, right? Five, Google Knowledge Graph, the first case we ever saw porn or nudity in the Google Knowledge Graph. You've seen this a lot of times with new services that Google releases, from Google News to Universal Search to all these different things where pornography came up and exploited these new methods of Google, new features of Google. And I'm surprised it took so long, but Google Knowledge Graph had a nude image, which Google actually removed yesterday. I think we're up to 6. Talking about Knowledge Graph. Bing has their own version of Knowledge Graph. Now they're showing authors, people, places, and things as well in the top right section. If you do a search for Barry Schwartz, you do a search for Danny Sullivan, you do a search for MacCut, you do a search for any person's name, you'll show on the top right hand side that. Also, if you do search for facts or people or things will come up in Bing's Google Knowledge Graph. Talking about Bing went ahead and one-upped Google's webmaster tools by obviously having a site move tool, but the one thing that Google that Google doesn't have that Bing does have in their site move tool, or as Google calls it, change of address tool, is Bing has the ability to actually move within a site. So if you do a major URL structure change, you upgrade your CMS and all the URLs changes, you can actually communicate to Bing that this has happened, whereas Google you can't easily communicate that outside of 301 redirects. More details at Search Around Table. Webmaster Tools added more to their verification models. They added 3 things. One is, I believe, they added the ability to actually see how somebody specifically was actually verified, either via HTML file or something like that. 2 is they added the ability to, it won't let you remove a user from being verified unless you remove their verification access point, so you have to do both, which is a good thing. And 3 is they actually added or shortened the CNAME string so that actually more DNS providers are capable of using that via a shorter CNAME system. Google now has sports query cards. So now if you do a search for March Madness, NFL scores, NFL times, specific NFL players, or NBA, whatever it might be, sports related, Google will show a new type of card or smart answer or one-box result that takes up a tremendous amount of search real estate. Google's testing a search within feature. So if you do search for something, like Google and then space something, it might say, do you want to search within? And when you hit search within, it would actually let you search to a site command right within the actual search results. Google Image Search now has the ability to search for animated GIFs and transparent GIFs, or transparent images. Animated GIFs is great. I personally love it. I made some myself. So now you can actually search for some of your favorite animated GIFs. Google Photo Search, now you can actually search Google Plus for photos. So you can do a search in Google specifically in Google Plus for certain types of images. This is great for my daily search and pics column. So now I have a search set for any images that match Google. I want to see them and actually go report them to you. Google AdSense is blocking the ability for certain publishers to show arrows in their ads, or they call it messy. About 5,000 publishers, which is a really small percentage of them, are not allowed to have arrows in their ads anymore. Don't know why. Must be a spam thing. Google Trends now supports YouTube searches, so now you can actually use Google Trends to see what's spiking or trending on YouTube in their search results. A smart guy came out with a domain name called The Shortcuts, as MacCuts, so with 2 T's. The Shortcuts basically summarizes all of MacCut's 500 plus videos in a question and answer with a link obviously to view the video, but it basically answers the question in very short term. way, which is nice to have. Great idea. Some reason a kid tattooed a Google logo on his leg or arm. I don't know why. And finally, there was it was St. Patrick's Day this past Sunday, and there was tons of logos from different search engines. I'll post them in the video so you can take a look at them, hopefully. If not, you check out the website. Sorry for rushing through this. Lots to cover, and it's my birthday. Anyway, have a great weekend. Today, again, is March 22nd. This is the search that we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at SERoundtable.com. Everyone have a great, great weekend, and see you guys next. Bye.